What's good, everybody? It is Monday, September 27th, 2021. This is your daily sports betting show of record. We like to call it the Early Edge. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, and bang that like button every time you tune into the show. By the way, we're always doing new content, so you got to follow us at our YouTube page. If you're watching right now, you're here. Turn on the notifications so you know exactly the minute any new content comes into your feed. Now, we are also the most transparent show in all of sports betting. Coming off a really solid day. 19-12 overall. Some of the highlights, our guy, the maestro, finding his groove thing. 6-0. Yes, I said it. 6-0. And look at all those green check marks across the board. Also, to take it a step further, my man, the jeweler, put together an incredible, almost like a ledger almost, that it looks like, that all of our guys and ladies that put any picks in are on this screen right now. So no tweets, no Instagram posts. Hey, Coach, what is your ROI? What's it? We got you. We got you. No more of that. All right, here we go. Let's bring in the stars of the show, because you know it's a Monday, but we don't care. We're 7 days a week, 365. Alabama. Good morning, my dear.
Good morning. I had myself quite the day with NHL preseason yesterday, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Wait a second. I wasn't paying. What did you say?
NHL preseason.
You are hardcore. You are hardcore.
I went like 8-2, so
8-2. All right, that is hardcore. All right, Jay Smooth. How do you feel, sitting next to somebody that's so red hot? Oh, of course, he pulls a Jay Smooth. He pulls a Jay Smooth and doesn't unmute himself. Oh, my goodness. Amateur hour.
I always mute when the show starts, but I was off making sure my plays were all set. But, yeah, it's tough being next to Allie when she's that hot and ready to go. So I got to make sure my plays hit today.
Yeah, let's hope so.
My mic isn't muted.
Well, yesterday you weren't even on the show, and Mikey said I just pulled a Jay Smooth, and that's clearly what you just did. You patented your own move. Zack Attack, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. What a weekend. Feeling a little bit today. It was a long weekend, but how about those Sunday night football games, back-to-back weeks? Amazing games. You love to see Aaron Rodgers finish a game like that. I had
no,
49ers.
You don't.
They weren't going to
Shut up. No,
they
you
weren't
don't
love
to see that.
They weren't going to cover, but Aaron Rodgers.
I had the money line.
Players.
I had the money line.
Did you? Oh,
yes. Jeweler, can we get him off the show? Can we get Zack Tech off? I'm just playing. Maestro, good morning, man. You are red freaking hot right now. How does that feel?
Well, Coach, I'd just like to thank Dan Campbell because I needed another catch from Sammy Watkins. It was 4th and 19, and he decides to rush 3 guys and let Lamar Jackson have about 20 seconds in the pocket. Sammy Watkins gets 20. I mean, when something like that happens, it's just kind of falling your way, but nobody cares about that, right? It's on to the next. Let's go.
You have taught us that. It's on to the next, and I will publicly apologize to Zack Attack. That was very not coach-like, so I apologize. I did not mean to tell you to shut up. I apologize. Oh, my goodness. I mean, all my feelings.
Nobody wants to lose money on plays like that.
I'm kidding. I actually won money.
I didn't know you had money line.
No. It's all good. We had props that we won. That's the beautiful part. If you watch Early Edge Live, you get all the props. So even if you don't hit the side, even if you lose a bet to M squared like I did, I still came out profitable because of everything that me and my crew give out. Now, let's get into today. Storylines that could affect the betting lines. There are only 5 baseball games today. Jay Smooth, what does that tell us?
Yeah, not only are there only 5 baseball games today, but only one of them is going to have implications for the playoffs. So, just a little bit of a word of caution when you have these teams that are playing basically with nothing to gain, nothing to lose. They're just out there kind of doing their job at the end of the day, but they don't have anything to work for. So just, again, a little bit of a caution with your betting unit. Maybe take it down a notch. Don't bet full on teams that are going to, just be going out there to test out mechanics, take risky swings, throw risky backdoor pitches that could end up hovering over the plate for a huge bomb. It's going to be an interesting MLB day for sure.
Yeah, just be very careful. That's great advice. Motivation. We normally don't factor it into our handicapping, but this week there could be a lack of motivation for some teams. Great point by you, Jay Smooth. All right, let's get back to the NFL. And, Zach, you got a little something for us on rookie quarterbacks. What do you got?
Yeah, you expect rookie quarterbacks to struggle, but not like we've seen this year in the NFL. They went 0-5 this weekend. First-time starters Davis Mills, 0-1, Justin Fields, 0-1. But Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence, 3 starts already. Both are 0-3. And how about Mac Jones of the Patriots? His one win ATS came by default because it was against the Jets. So we're going to see real big numbers. These quarterbacks continue to struggle.
Yeah, all those people that say that rookie quarterbacks should not start, right now they've got all their hands up saying, I was right. I was right. Now, what about betting trends in the NFL? Maestro?
Yeah, so far underdogs continue to roll 9-6 this week, making them 30-17 against the number so far. Road teams 27-20 against the number, and the most profitable spot has been road dogs 19-9 against the spread so far. And Matt Severance has an interesting piece up on the site right now. Everyone's going to be talking about Sunday Night Football with the Patriots and the Bucks, understandably, but the Cardinals and the Rams, you've got the 2 front runners for MVP going in that game. Kyler Murray 6-1, Stafford all the way down to plus 650. I believe you could have gotten him as high as 20-1 before the season, but some unbelievable matchups on tap this week.
I believe we talked about that in one of our NFL Futures episode that we did that is still in your feed. And by the way, those are words that are usually not used in the same sentence, Matt Severance and interesting. It just doesn't happen very often. All right, let's get into our board for the day. We've got just one play from SportsLine. And by the way, if you're not a member of SportsLine yet, what are you doing? This is the time. But I'm going to do you a solid. Use a promo code EDGE, and I'm going to give you 30 days for free. If you're feeling a little froggy, you may not want to jump into the deep end. 30 days for free, all the cappers, all the analysis, everything. And then after that, you're playing with house money. So let's go. Now, Martin Green, Champions League episode in your feed today. Turn on the notifications the second it drops in. I don't know if it's going to be 1:30, 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3. I don't know. It's up to the jeweler. But you will know the second it drops. Now, we do have one play from the Premier League today. Crystal Palace and Brighton, 3 p.m. Eastern start. We're going to go both teams to score. My absolute favorite bet that Martin Green gives out. -110. They've both been good offensively. All we need is one goal from either side, and we cash that ticket. All right, to our board now. And you know, whenever she's on the show, she always goes first. Alabama. What are you focused on today?
All right, so for today, I have the Mariners. I have 2 bets, a team total over 3.5 at -135, and then also the money line at -110. And just because, you know, the lack of motivation in this coming up postseason, I think we should do half a unit for both of these instead of doing one on each. Mariners have won the last 9 games they played against the A's, and they've won all 4 of Urban's starts this season. We've been lucky enough to kind of see this matchup twice, and it's ended very similarly. And something also interesting that I found is that in every single Mariners win this season against the A's, they've scored exactly 4, 5, or 6 runs in them, and that's actually hit 73.3% of the time they've played. And you can actually dig really way deeper down to this if you want to bet on the exact score of this game. And I actually did that last week, and it hit at 4-1.
Wow.
So I think if you dig into this game, that 4-1 has happened 2 of 4 of Urban starts this season. So I think you can really look into this game and find something good.
Unbelievable. 73% of the time. What do I say all the time? Educate, entertain. Educate, entertain. Let's go. I love those 2 picks from Alabama this morning. Now, Jay Smooth, are you going to give us nuggets like Allie just gave us? Come on, I'm just gonna sit back, and you've got the floor.
Thanks, Coach. Yeah, I got a few fun nuggets today. So I'm going to take the Indians' first 5 run line -0.5 of a run. So this is basically fading Jackson Kowar. He has not had a win yet in the season, 11.45 ERA, which sounds ridiculous because it is. He's basically terrible. 18 runs in his last 17 innings, 15.75 ERA on the road. This is just going to be a nice spot for the Indians to put up a couple runs. This guy basically can't even get out of the first 2 innings most times he pitches. So potentially even a yes run in the first. That might be a good bet today too. Might tweet about that one. But then they were going against Cal Quantrill. He has a 6-1 record, 1.76 ERA since the All-Star break, has been throwing really well. His WOBA is under the league average in the last 50 and 100 plate appearances that he has faced batters in. And the Royals struggle both on the road and against righties. So I think this is a great spot to get the Indians to be ahead after the 5th inning. So I'll go there. And then I'm going to take a football prop today. I'm going to go Jalen Reagor. I think he's going to pass this 38.5 line pretty easily tonight. He's facing up with Anthony Brown for a good number of stats, and Brown has been one of the most susceptible cornerbacks in the league. The Cowboys have been giving up 419 yards in the first 2 games on average. I don't think that changes tonight, especially after how the Eagles looked basically getting stymied by the 49ers. I do expect them to take some deep shots to Reagor. He is a speedster. I think he could do this in 1 or 2 catches. So let's go over 38.5 today.
Max, no, he didn't take your favorite bet. He didn't steal that. No. I'm live on the air. Sorry. My fault. That was Mad Max in the Thunderdome. He feels like you just stole his favorite play that he likes to give out. I said, easy, big fella. Easy, big fella. Man, so sensitive, my guys, on a Monday morning. So sensitive. All right. Now, we've got a big Monday Night Football game tonight. It's the Eagles and it's the Cowboys. It's Blue Bloods. It's NFC East. And there's a couple of pretty good quarterbacks playing tonight. Zack, what do you want?
I just have one play today on a prop. Dak Prescott over 11.5 rushing yards, minus 115 through Caesars Sportsbook. Anytime you have a quarterback coming off a major injury, you know they're going to scale back his rushing, especially Dak Prescott. Last week didn't rush the football at all. The week before, he had 13 yards rushing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the opener. But I think tonight he's going to have a lot of dropbacks. Justin just said it's going to be an up and down game. So I think there's going to be a lot of dropbacks. There'll be some chances to have some safe runs, maybe a run to the sideline, maybe a quick run to a slide for Dak Prescott not to get touched. So I'll take the over 11.5 rushing yards. And the Philadelphia Eagles defense, 2 weeks so far, they gave up 8 rushing yards to Matt Ryan and 20 yards last week to Jimmy G. So I definitely think there's going to be some opportunities tonight for Prescott.
Yeah, and we know that Jimmy G isn't exactly what you would call an antelope out there on the football field. So if he can get 20, Dak can get 12. All right. Now, my futures bet on my beloved Kansas City Chiefs at 12.5 is looking very, very bleak right now. However, we have seen in years past that they can rip off 10 or 11 wins in a row. We'll see if that happens. But Maestro, you're our anchor. You're our heartbeat. You're on the Chiefs. Talk to me.
Yeah, they haven't covered a spread this season. And, Coach, yeah, this is one you have to get if you're going to have any chance of getting over that win total. But I believe they will. Look who they have played so far. They've played the Chargers, the Ravens, and the Browns. Those are 3 of the top teams in the AFC. Playing the Eagles, who we don't know if they're going to lose any players tonight, but I don't think this line is going down. It's 5.5 right now. I think, if the Eagles come out and, put it on the Cowboys and win by 10, maybe it goes down slightly, but in all likelihood, this is going up to 6. And the Eagles are losing key guys, and who knows if they might lose somebody else tonight. But I just think the value you're getting with the Chiefs, they're going to cover a spread sometime. And this is very reasonable. And the step down in competition, I think the Chiefs obviously could be 3-0. They're not. They're 1-2. This is a spot where they can win by at least 6 points. So I'm going to take the Chiefs early because I think this line is going up. And then in baseball, I'm going to shout out to the chat. Everybody has been talking about Dallas Keuchel, and that's where I'm going today. I'm going over 3.5 runs for the Detroit Tigers. Keuchel has a 7.92 ERA in his last 7 starts. 41 base runners allowed in his last 19 2/3 innings. And the Tigers just faced him, got 11 hits off him in 5 innings. They only got 2 runs that game. But I like the Tigers over 3.5 runs. I played at minus 140 at MGM.
All right. I also saw in SportsLine this morning, we had a little the simulations show us that backs up your play right there with the Tigers and the White Sox as well. Real quick, sometimes, I've got to stop the show and teach a lesson. Bring up the Randy Harris comment jeweler from the comment section. This infuriates me, and I'm going to tell you why. 6-0 on props is very good, but still nothing more than a coin flip, in my opinion. Well, first and foremost, didn't ask for your opinion. Secondly, if you think that my guys, who are some of the best in the country, simply coin flip, there are 180 or 90 bets individually on every single game that you can make. You think it's a coin flip? You think you can do it? Then keep your record against my guys and girls' record, and we'll see where we are at the end of the year. Coin flip? Please. Grab your paper. grab your pencil. Here is the recap, and now I'm fired up on a Monday. Sometimes I don't know what's going to fire me up. That did. Alabama, 2 plays today. Mariners, team total over 3.5, -135. Mariners on the money line, -10 over those A's. Then Jay Smooth, also 2 plays today. We're going to go Cleveland first 5, -0.5 run, -125. And then Jalen Reagor over 38.5 receiving yards. He says it could happen in 1 or 2 catches because of that speed. Then Zack attack. Dak Prescott over 11.5 rushing yards, -115. By the way, if you want more props, more sides, more totals, tonight, Early Edge Live, 7 p.m. Eastern time for a full hour, counting down to Monday Night Football. Then the Maestro, he's on the Chiefs early, -5.5. You heard him. This line is only going to go up. Get it in early. That's the reason we give it out 6 days early. Then Tigers, team total over 3.5 against the White Sox today, -140. A little juicy, but you know what? We're feeling froggy today. Sometimes, Maestro, the juice.
It's worth the squeeze.
You're damn right it is, and it is today. Then 1 play from SportsLine. Palace, Brighton, both teams to score. Oh, not juicy at all, -110. Then look what the jeweler found for us today. A 2-way parlay that pays us +369. That's unheard of. Palace, Brighton over 2.5 goals. Love that play. And then Cowboys laying the 3.5. All right, +369. Let's cash that ticket. All right. Reminder, again, tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time, me and all the guys, AB, Mikey, Sia, we got you covered. And also, the Van Jefferson Memorial first touchdown of the game we give out. If we get to 500 likes, we cashed +4,000 2 weeks ago. You got to be there. You got to be there. All right, only one thing left to do. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For Alabama, for Jay Smooth, for Zack Attack, for the Maestro, and the jeweler, I am the coach. Remember, this is the only place you need to come. Information and entertainment. Tell your friends. It's the Early Edge. Good luck.
Do you want best bets in your feed every single day? All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Early Edge.